Welcome to the World Cup 2018 preview in Russia. We're going to give our predictions. Ramon, starting with Group A.
Yep.
Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt and Uruguay. Who can you see topping and finishing second?
I'm going to go for Uruguay and Egypt. I think Uruguay might just might nip it, might get a top spot, and Egypt second. I think it's going to be one of the toughest groups because I think Russia as well, being the home nation, they're going to have a chance of getting through. So I think that will be tough.
Okay, going to Group B. I think we've got Portugal, Spain, Morocco, Iran. For me, this is other than we've got the England group, this is the only real group where you've got kind of two massive nations, Portugal and Spain. I don't think there's any real group of death in the whole World Cup, but obviously it's going to be a big matchup. I think it's the first group game they play each other. Yeah. So that's going to be a big game. But I'm expecting Spain to top that and Portugal to finish second. I don't see much hope for Morocco or Iran. You know, once Portugal got Ronaldo, they are the European champions. You know, as much as their team has been derided throughout the years. To be fair, don't play the prettiest of football. They have still got quality individual players, and obviously we know what Spain can do. They are rebuilding a team since the 2014 World Cup. That was a debacle, but they've been rebuilding the team. So I'm expecting them to top that group as well. Group C, I know there's a team that you're backing. You've got France, Australia, Peru and Denmark. I've got Peru in my work sweepstakes, so I'll be backing them all the way. And
I've got the winners of this group in my sweepstake as well. So my
Denmark?
Yeah, nah. I'm going for France to top this group. They're my team that I believe is going to win the World Cup this year. I think they've got the best team personally from the whole 25 squad. I think they got,
but they didn't pick Marshall.
Exactly, that's their depth. They didn't put Marshall. They didn't pick.
No, you got to question the coaching at that stage.
What, the coaching of what, Jose or Deschamps?
No Lacazette.
He's gone with what he knows. I mean, Martial hasn't really played a lot for France as well. He's come to the bench a lot. Lacazette, I was more surprised at really because he was playing under Deschamps. He wasn't starting all the games, but him and Giroud.
Not surprised. Not that good.
But I'm still confident in the squad, man. I think the squad's good enough. I'm happy that he's got people like Nzonzi in there as well to give it a bit of meat in that midfield.
They got a bit. Pogba got a bit of stick in not the most recent friendly. I think it was the first one. They played it in France and he was getting booed. Yeah. What's all that about?
It's difficult. I mean, there's always something going on in France. There's always some sort of tension going on with some sort of player, and Pogba's the one this time. He's not had the best season for Man United, and I think the French public have kind of latched onto that a little bit more because he hasn't been at his best. But for me, that's where Pogba thrives. He loves a bit of criticism. I think he'll thrive on that, and I'm hoping that we'll see the best out of him.
And who's going to finish second?
You know what? I'm going to go with Peru on this one. A lot of people will say Denmark have got people like Ericsson. They got a good squad, but for me, we've been seeing how they play. One of my mates is from Peru, and he told me a lot that they actually got a good. There's no one especially individually is great, but they've got a good team chemistry. They're a little bit like how Chile play. Yeah. Very similar sort of team. And he said that he expects them to go a long way. So I'm going to pick them to pit Denmark and Australia to second place.
Okay. I'll take that from Peru. Group D, Argentina, Iceland, Croatia and Nigeria. That's actually a tough group. And I think looking at it, people will say, yeah, Argentina. But they're not playing very well. They're not. They scraped into the World Cup first and foremost. Obviously, Lionel Messi's brilliance, and I think in the last World Cup, he kind of dragged them to the final.
Did drag?
I think it was it Iran in the last minute. The last minute, Messi got a brilliant goal, and then throughout the tournament, he was the one popping up with the goals, as you would expect from the best player, their best player. And I think they're going to be relying on him heavily in this group, but it's not easy.
They got a good front line. It's their back line which is
but you say they got a good front line, but I didn't actually. I need to check the actual results of the qualifying. But They struggled at both ends. They struggled at both ends.
They did.
It was Messi who dragged their friend. Then they got battered by Spain recently in a friendly 6-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
I believe they will qualify from the group.
They should.
But I could see 3 teams ending on like 5 points. I could easily.
Well, there's gonna be. It's the World Cup. There's gonna be an upset. And that could be it.
And Croatia's no mugs.
Yeah.
They've got quality. Modric, Perisic, among others. I don't think that Niko Kranjčar did he make the squad?
No, he didn't make it. But Choluka did.
Man, like Verden. And obviously Nigeria with their fancy kit. I think they'll be lucky to get out of the group. Yeah. But that group, I think there's a lot that can happen here. I think it's going to be an exciting group, put it like that. But I would go Argentina to qualify. I'm going to go with second and Croatia to top it.
I can see that.